Let me say something that might surprise you. 2026 is not a boom year, but it's not a crash year either. And if you're sitting around waiting for some big headline to tell you what to do, you're probably going to miss the window that actually matters. Because what we're in right now is something quieter. This is a positioning year. And I want to explain exactly what that means for buyers, sellers, and investors who are trying to decide, should I move? Should I wait? Or should I do nothing at all? Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lily Vallario. I've been selling real estate for over 21 years, and I don't do hype. I do reality. And the reason I'm so confident in what I'm saying isn't just time in the business. It's how deeply I'm inside this market every single day. I'm talking to buyers. I'm talking to sellers. I'm in the negotiations. I see how long decisions actually take, what people are afraid of, and what finally makes them move. I don't rely on headlines. I rely on what's happening on the ground in real conversations, real showings, and real offers. And if this kind of straightforward, no fluff real estate insight is helpful, make sure to subscribe. I put out videos like this every week to help buyers, sellers, and investors make smarter decisions, especially in markets like this. This market doesn't feel exciting, and that's exactly why so many people feel confused and hesitant right now. We're not racing forward. We're not sliding backward. We're stabilizing. The market is finding its footing again without easy money, exaggerated momentum, or emotional decisions. And historically, years like this don't produce overnight wins. They produce alignment, better habits, sharper judgment, the kind of work that doesn't show up immediately, but compounds. One of the most important things people miss is this. Real estate doesn't turn because of headlines. It turns because people start moving again. Before prices ever change, I see it in the activity. More showings, more serious buyers, more homes actually going under contract. That's what's been happening quietly. And at the same time, inventory is sitting longer. Days on market are up and sellers are negotiating again. This isn't a crash. This is a market slowing down enough for buyers and sellers to actually meet in the middle. And that's how real deals get made. Mortgage activity is also expected to improve into 2026, not because rates suddenly collapse, but because people adjust and life keeps moving. The correction most people are waiting for may not be price. It may be time, flattish prices, wages slowly catching up, rates improving modestly. Flat markets don't feel exciting, but they quietly reward disciplined decisions and they punish rushed ones. For investors, this is not the year to rush or to assume every deal is a quick win. Just because something looks like a really good deal, it doesn't mean that you can fix it up and put it back on the market and expect multiple offers and an easy profit. This is not a fix and flip market unless you find something truly exceptional. And those deals exist, but let's be real. There are needles in a haystack right now. What I'm seeing is that 2026 favors buy and hold, not quick exits. This is the year to buy well, stay conservative on your numbers, and focus on properties you'd be completely comfortable owning for a long time. Because here's the reality. If nothing exciting happens for a while, the deal still needs to make sense. That means the numbers work as is. The rent makes sense. The payment makes sense. And you have enough margin that you're not stressed if appreciation is slow. This isn't about hitting home run. It's about making smart, sustainable decisions. And that's how long-term wealth in real estate is built. Quietly, patiently, and intentionally. And honestly, this message doesn't just apply to investors. It applies to buyers too. One of the biggest disconnects I'm still seeing is buyers assuming every purchase works like it did in the pandemic. And it doesn't. That was not normal. That was not conventional. And that is not how real estate typically behaves. I need buyers to really hear this because this is where I'm seeing the biggest disconnect. Real estate is not a 2-year plan, not even a 3-year plan. You should not be buying a home assuming I'll just sell it in a year or two if I change my mind. In this market, that assumption can be very expensive. And I'm not saying that hypothetically. I'm seeing it happening in real life. I want to share with you and give you an example. I have a client who just purchased her house about 10 months ago, dear to my heart. And sadly, during that time, her husband passed away, and she made the very understandable decision to move closer to her family. The house was perfect, a brand new construction. The market didn't crash, but prices just softened slightly. But when you add up the closing costs from when she bought the house, plus the cost to sell soon or so soon, the result is a meaningful financial loss. And that's exactly why buying with a short-term mindset can be risky, even in a stable market. I also had a call just last week with someone who's thinking about selling. Nothing dramatic happened. They simply realized they don't love the home anymore and want to move. And they were genuinely shocked to learn that after about 11 months, the home had not gone up at all, even after putting on a brand new roof. That expectation came from an unusual market, and that market distorted reality for a lot of people. You don't buy a house today assuming instant appreciation. You buy because you plan to stay. You like the payment. You're comfortable owning it, and time is working with you, not against you. I'd actually love to hear where you are right now. Are you thinking about buying, selling, or just trying to figure out your next move? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. This is why I keep saying 2026 is a positioning year. Whether you're a buyer, an investor, or a seller, the people who do the best are the ones who stop chasing the last market. They stop assuming that every home is a winning lottery ticket, and they start making decisions they'd still feel good about if the market stays boring or flat for a while. For buyers, that means buying with a long-term mindset. For investors, it means focusing on deals that work without needing a quick exit. And for sellers, it means pricing and preparing your home based on today's market, not yesterday's headlines. So no, this isn't the year to rush, and it's not the year to expect fireworks, but it is the year to be thoughtful, to be strategic, and to make decisions that actually make sense. For buyers, that means buying correctly. For investors, it means structuring conservatively. And for sellers, it means positioning your home properly from the start. That means pricing. And the people who do that now are usually the ones who look very smart a few years from now. Not because they predicted the future perfectly, but because they respected how real estate actually works. If you're in Maryland and thinking about buying, selling, or investing in 2026 and want a real conversation, not hype, not fear, reach out. I'll tell you exactly where you stand. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so you don't miss practical advice for buyers and sellers and clear expectations of what's actually happening in this market. Thanks again for watching. I'm Lily Vallario, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.